very similar. So, Mr. Barr, how do you restore the confidence of my constituents in the values of this country when every night on television they're seeing these images of violence used against the peaceful protesters? We all denounce violence. How do you restore the trust in our democracy?
I think that the force is being deployed against rioters or in situations where protesters are not following police directions.
Most of the protests have been peaceful, Mr. Barr. You know that. You know that. You're just using language for political purposes, just like my colleagues across the aisle. Let me just go now to one of the most important topics facing our nation right now, healthcare. You know, in my district, we have close to 100,000 people that get their health insurance through the ACA. 19,000 of them are living with serious pre-existing conditions. And yet you are working to strip their health care at the worst possible moment, when the coronavirus is killing thousands of people in my state. In Miami-Dade County and in Monroe counties that I represent, do you know how many people have died from COVID-19?
No, I don't.
1,410 people. Mm-hmm. You were at the White House on March 23rd when President Trump said Governor DeSantis was doing an incredible job. Do you agree that Governor DeSantis is doing an incredible job?
Well, I have no reason not to believe that.
Well, Florida now has more cases than in China.
Well, did Cuomo do an incredible job in New York?
Unfortunately, and I'm not proud to say this, in Florida we have more cases than most countries combined around the world. So no, he is not doing an incredible job. You push states to open too soon. You threaten states with lawsuits.
I didn't ask states to open. I didn't ask states to open.
You threaten with lawsuits for those states that wanted to have stay-at-home orders, Mr. Barr.
For things like church.
We have the facts. I'm going by the facts.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
And now the country, the United States of America, has more than 4.3 million COVID cases alone. You, Mr. Barr, and President Trump, working together, are letting my constituents down. And it's something that you are going to have to live with. What am I supposed to say to my constituents when they ask me if the government has done everything in its power to protect their loved ones from dying? You tell me, Mr. Barr, what am I supposed to tell them?
I would tell them that managing this kind of thing requires a lot of difficult choices and weighing different consequences.
I'm not going to lie. I am not going to lie to my constituents. I am going to tell them that President Donald Trump and the Attorney General, working together, are not following health guidelines. They're letting Americans die needlessly because of political reasons. That is what I will tell them, Mr. Barr. Thank you. And one last question, if I can.
In our system,
under oath, do you commit to not releasing any report by Mr. Durham before the November election?
No.
You don't commit to that?
No.
So you won't go by Department of Justice policy that you won't interfere in any political investigations before the November election?
We're not going to interfere. In fact, I've made it clear I'm not going to tolerate it.
But under oath, you're saying that you do not commit to not releasing a report by Durham?
I'm not going to. Any report will be, in my judgment, not one that is covered by the policy and would disrupt the election.
The time of the general.
I've already made it clear that neither
you would go against your own Department of Justice policy, Mr. Barr.
Why don't you tell me what that policy is?
Oh, I have it right here.
Well, actually.
Do you want me to repeat it for you?
No, I know what the policy is.
The time of the gentlelady.
Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. I yield
back. Go ahead.
I yield back, Mr. Chairman.
The gentlelady.
Mr. Chairman, point of order. Point of order, Mr. Chairman.
Back. What purpose does the gentleman seek?
Is it permissible for a member of this committee to accuse the sitting Attorney General of the United States of murder? Because that's what we just heard. Those words need to be struck from this record. This is outrageous.
The members control the time.
Mr. Chairman.
To say whatever they want? What about rules of decorum?
Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I actually have a clarification. Mr. Chairman.
Escobar.
Escobar
is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Was the video played by the previous member, was that a video of things that happened in the United States or war in Venezuela. I just want a clarification. What was the video?
The gentleman is not stating a cognizable point of order. Ms. Escobar is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Barr, the administration, against the constitutional text, historical precedent, and DOJ's own memo, is trying to exclude undocumented persons from the census, an action that harms American lives and immigrant communities, and American communities. Here's an example. Many American children are living with an undocumented parent or relative. This